Welcome back. Rellism Sports Talk, episode 24. This is a unique one, 24, so I had to represent the Lakers. My man Kobe here. You know what I mean? But this is also going to be my first podcast to go along with my YouTube channel, Rellism Sports Talk, on both of them. On podcast, you're checking me out on Spotify. My YouTube channel, obviously, Rellism Sports Talk on YouTube. So let's get at it. We just had the NFL playoffs. There were some games, some stuff going on that we got to get into before the new ones kick off today. We saw the Bills beat the Colts. But did the Bills look for real? I mean, did they look for real? I mean, I don't know. It is Bills, so what do we really get from them? They haven't been around for a while, since back in the day. But the Colts defense was supposed to be the one. But, hey, the game was so close. Are the Bills for real or not? I don't know. I mean, they're playing the Ravens. We'll get to that game. But we just going to ask that question, are they for real? Then we look at Phillip Rivers. That was emotional news conference he had. I felt bad for him. I feel bad for him just because he was in that draft with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger. And I feel like, I know I liked him better than any of the other two. He didn't accomplish the things that the other two did, but, man, he just was right there. He just never could get over the hump. So I don't know what's going to happen with Phillip Rivers. If I was him, I'd say, let me get one more crack at it. I mean, that defense is going to have another year under that coaching scheme to get there. He's going to have another year with, the offense getting things right. And the running back, just a rookie. So, hey, feed off him. You got two good tight ends there also. And that division is definitely winnable again. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the Titans? They got bounced. Who knows what's going to happen with the Texans? Deshaun Watson ain't happy. Who knows? Jacksonville's brand new. So, if I was him, I'd come back for one more year. You know what I mean? The one thing I will say about the Bills, though, on the other hand, is Stephon Diggs is the difference. He's got a certain moxie about him that has put Josh Allen over the top. I mean, if you want to put anything, name any one thing, I know mechanics and all that, Josh Allen's been working on that. It's the moxie of Stephon Diggs. And it's the thing that the Vikings couldn't handle because Kirk Cousins ain't built like that. That's why, as a Redskin fan, we knew Kirk Cousins wasn't built like that. And he couldn't handle a presence like Stephon Diggs, who's going to demand the best out of you. He's going to make you push harder. He's going to make you do these things. You know what I mean? You look at the coach. I don't even know how the Vikings coach is still there. That's my son's team, and we talk about it all the time. How's he still got a job? I mean, you're mediocre every year. You never really do nothing in the playoffs. You don't know how to utilize your number one weapon, which is Dalvin Cook. You don't never give him the ball in the red zone when he can score touchdowns for me in fantasy championship game. Not that it would matter anyway, but still. Anyway, yeah, I'm still bitter about that. But, whatever. But you look at the coaches. You look at the Bills coach. He's hardcore. He's cutthroat. He's tough. You know what I mean? That's what Stephon Diggs is. It fits perfectly. So, I am cheering for the Bills a little bit just because I like Stephon Diggs from Maryland. You know what I mean? He got that to him. You know what I mean? I love that. So we'll see. We'll see what's up. They got a tough matchup next. Then we saw the Rams beat the Seahawks. I kind of figured that was gonna happen, man. Yeah, I'm rocking Alabama State. Going to take my son back to school this on Monday, and then he gonna be on the field, baby. Let's go. But anyway, yeah, I'm pumped up over that too. ASU, baby. The Rams, that defense looks solid. That looks solid. Jared Goff looked good. I mean, I think it's all about Cam Akers and that defense. Can they stop Aaron Rodgers? I mean, he's gonna win MVP, but whatever. You know what I mean? Jalen Ramsey brings that certain something to it. He's one of them dogs too. Just like we was talking about Stephon Diggs. He's one of them dogs. He's changed. If the Rams defense was already good, but he just brings that extra moxie. He just brings it. And where's he going to be locked up on? Devontae Adams. And if you take Devontae Adams out of the picture, what's Aaron Rodgers? Is he going to trust Valdez Scantling? Is he going to trust all these other mugs? Or is it going to be an Aaron Jones game? You know, we'll see how it goes. That's going to be a tough game. But I'll be picking all those games later on. But what happened to Seattle? What happened to Russell Wilson? The beginning of the year, Russell was cooking. MVP and everything else. What happened after that? I don't know. Pete Carroll might be on a short leash. We'll see how it goes. But I think they have to get that offensive line taken care of. Can you stop playing with the offensive line in Seattle and get an offensive lineman, please? Please. You want to run the ball. That's probably why you fired your offensive coordinator. Because you were letting Russ cook too much. And it was too much cooking and throwing. They want to run the ball. So we'll see what they turn in for that. But going to the next game, we saw the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat my Washington football team. But I'll tell you what. Do you feel confident with that Bucs win? I mean, look at my squad. We're on our 5th string quarterback, bro. Really? And we was down. We only lost by a touchdown. That goes to show you, I'm going to tell you this. If we could get a quarterback, yo, our defense is solid, yo. And Gibson was better than advertised for me. I didn't think he had it in him like that. I thought he was going to be a flash in the pan, but who knows? But Tom Brady, you know, we expected that. We expect him to do those type things. We expect him to win, but you got to play better than that if you're going to beat the Saints. Put it that way. If you're going to beat the Saints, you got to do way better than that. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll see what happens. Because, you know, the Saints beat the Bears, and I ain't even worried about that. That was a trash game. We all knew it was going to be a trash game. None of that matters. And then the big game, the big game. The Ravens over the Titans. Lamar gets his first win in the playoffs. I mean, I hated to see either team lose just because I think that both of them has a chance to beat Kansas City. I just don't want Kansas City to go back to the Super Bowl. But am I going to pick them to beat Cleveland? We'll talk about that one later. But Lamar Jackson, win game, good game. Good play on both sides. Derrick Henry didn't show up. But you know what I loved about the game? It was old school, unsportsmanlike conduct. I loved it. I know people are going to get mad when I say this, but I'll tell you what. The Ravens jumping on the logo, stomping and all that. It fueled from previous games. I love when teams hate each other. I think it's too much handshaking and kissing after the game and hugging and snuggling and all that. Don't nobody want to see that. I want to see you mad. I want to see you angry you lost, especially to whoever it is. That's a rivalry. And I love I don't think there's enough rivalries anymore. It's not enough. Everybody wants to be friends and join teams. And everybody wants to hook up with each other because we're friends. James Harden, Kevin Durant, scrubs, busters. We don't want that. We want you hating people. I want you to be like, I do not like you once you get on this field. After this game, yeah, we can whatever. But when we get back out here, I do not like you and I want to destroy you. That's what the mentality would tell you to do. But nobody has that no more, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, we get down to the final 8 teams. We got Ravens at Bills, Browns at Chiefs, Bucks at Saints for the 3rd time, and the Rams at the Packers. So, I'm going to just shock everybody with my picks. I'm going all road victories. On the road, all 4. Now, I know it means kind of less because ain't no crowd noise and crowd and all that going on. But hey, you still got to go to Lambeau Field in the freezing cold with the frozen tundra. You still got to make it happen. You still got to make plays. You're still going against that bad man, Aaron Rodgers. Discount double check. You know what I mean? So, but first game I want to talk about was the Ravens at the Bills. I just think that the Bills' magical season, winning the division finally, going over the hump, winning the playoff game, doing all that. The story's wonderful. The story's great. But I think it's Lamar Jackson and the Ravens' time to redo what should have happened last year. And I think it's their time. And I think they're going to the AFC Championship game. I really do. I think they're going to make plays, and I think Lamar's just going to be too much Lamar. I do wonder if it snows, though, Will that slow down Lamar? Will that slow him down enough to make the Bills Mafia happy? We'll see. In the other AFC game, we got them Browns going against the Chiefs, the loaded Chiefs. Hey, the Browns did it without some of their team last week and their coach. Great game plan. And I think if any team right now, the way they're playing, I think the Cleveland Browns will win the game. I'm calling it right here first. Cleveland Browns upset Kansas City. Tight game, close game. It might even be a last-second overtime field goal, something like that. It might be. I'm not sure. But Cleveland Browns run the ball, 300 yards total rushing, hold the clock, make Patrick Mahomes turn the ball over a couple times because he's rushing, trying to get him back in the game. And the Cleveland Browns advance to the AFC Championship game and shock the world and eliminate the defending Super Bowl champions. I'm just calling it like that. I'm calling it, baby. All right, let's go to the NFC side. We got them Rams at the Packers. I already told you. I'm road team. I think that Rams defense and Jalen Ramsey is the difference, I think. I think he is the difference in the game to help slow down Devontae Adams. I don't think he can stop him, but I think he can slow him down enough. And Aaron Donald against Aaron Rodgers. Who's going to make the play? Strip sack, strip fumble. Something's going to happen. Aaron Donald's going to make a play to secure the win for the Rams' victory. It's going to be some kind of play. Tip pass, interception, or a strip sack. You mark my words. Aaron Donald is the reason over Aaron Rodgers. All right? Last game of the NFC. Bucks at Saints. The Bucks have got destroyed the first two games. I'm talking about destroyed the first two games by a combined like over 40-something points. You heard the dogs, right? That's Cleveland. That's Cleveland. Cleveland. Let them dogs out on them Chiefs. But anyway, Tom Brady rights the wrong. If you remember one of my previous episodes, I said that the Saints were going to win the division and the Saints were going to beat the Bucks in the regular season, but then the Bucks was going to win in the playoffs. I said in the NFC Championship game, so I'm just one game before that. But I'm picking the Bucks, and I'm picking them to win. It's the end of Drew Brees. Drew Brees is going to retire after this game. I think so. He's going to cry and everything else. But I just think that it's something about that. And then the storyline's going to be, will Tampa Bay be the first team to ever host the Super Bowl? Well, they got to win the NFC first in the championship game. Can they beat them Rams? Because I'm calling it Rams, Bucks, NFC Championship game. All right, so there's my picks. Ravens over the Bills, Browns over the Chiefs, Bucks over the Saints, and Rams over Packers. That it is right there. All right, before we finish up with football, let's talk about Urban Meyer's Jacksonville. What do we think about that? I think it's a tremendous hire, tremendous situation for everybody. You're going to get Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he already admitted in the press conference. It just depends on which way we go with our quarterback in our draft. Well, you already know who you're taking. You're taking Trevor Lawrence, and you got 1,000 picks. You got a young offense. You got Chenault. You got James Robinson. I mean, you got all these wide receivers. I'm telling you, Jacksonville is going to be on the come up. They're going to be a scary team. You know what they're going to remind me of? Kind of like Cincinnati was this year. Cincinnati didn't win a whole lot of games, but they were in a lot of games. I feel like Jacksonville's going to be the same way next year. They're going to be in a lot of games. They might not win them all, but they're going to get them. And they're going to attract some free agents too. Watch. You watch Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence. People go like, ooh, I want to be a part of that. And then in the Texans, same division. Sean Watson, disgruntled. He was at a 2 when Hopkins got traded. Now he's at a 10. He's upset. I just say, why don't you go get some new scenery, man? Go get some new scenery. You know what I mean? Why don't you just come on home? Come to the Washington football team. If we add Deshaun Watson, a young, proven winner, to our squad, I'm just saying we're going to win the division. We need to get somebody like Deshaun Watson. Please. But the Redskins don't do that. We don't do that. We're a dumb organization. We like to we'll go get somebody like Cam Newton. Or we'll be like, hey, can we get Nick Foles? Or, I mean, honestly, I would take Carson Wentz, though. Carson Wentz. I'll take Carson Wentz. I'll take Matthew Stafford. I'll take any of those. But Deshaun Watson is my wish list. Make the trade. Give up 3 first-round picks like you did for RG3. Make it happen. Get Deshaun Watson now. Push him now. Try to get him now while he's pissed off. Get him. Get him. Get him. So that's the football talk for the day. We're going to turn our attention now to the NBA real quick before these football games come on, because you know I'm ready to watch the playoffs. But what else we going to start off with? You already know what it is. James Harden to the Nets. James Harden to the Nets. All I'm going to say is, we already knew James Harden was a punk. We already knew it. Now you even know you a punk. You can't do nothing by you. You had to join it with that, really? And Kevin Durant better not ever say nothing about nothing. He could have been one of the greatest players ever. Sure, he's still going to be up there, but nobody's going to take nothing seriously. You joined the 72-win team with Golden State to win you won MVP in the finals. I don't care. You joined the super team to win your 2 rings. And now you got James Harden and Kyrie Irving plus a plethora of other young players on your squad. Come on, man. Are you the favorite to win it all? Why wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be? You know, who cares? Y'all all punk softies. And I used to love Kyrie because he had that Mamba mentality. But I'm hoping that he gets his butt out of there. And I'll get to tell you where I wish he would go. Because I like the other player that's on this team too. And I'll let you know what that is when I hear in a minute. But if I had my way, I would hope Kyrie says, I'm out. I don't want to play like that. That's not what I signed up for. I signed up for me and KD to run shot. Now you got your own boy back. You know what I mean? What's up with these Oklahoma Thunder boys? Russ wants to play with Harden. Harden and Russ want to play together like Oklahoma City. Oh no, now we're going to have Harden play with KD. Oh no. Y'all want to play together so bad, why don't y'all stay together and play? Getting on my nerves. So since this big move happened in the East, look at all the other Eastern Conference teams. What do they got to do now to win? What do they got to do? We talked with Boston. I don't even know. I look at their roster up and down, and I'm like, what you gonna do? What you need? What do you need? I don't know what they need. I just know it's not enough. I think the only way it would be enough if Tatum became that super duper star, which I think he will be, but I don't think he's there yet. I think he's a superstar. I do think that, but super duper star? Nah, he's not there yet. And I don't think he's going to be able to carry that squad like that. Just like, yo, whatever. You got Kemba, and you got the other boy, Jalen. But I don't know. I don't know if they can compete with it. But we'll see. They make it interesting. We'll see. We look at 76ers. I'm in the same boat with the 76ers. I don't know what you need. You got Ben Simmons. You got Joel Embiid. You got the other boy. All I'm saying is, making that trade, if they would have traded Ben Simmons for Harden, I think that the 76ers might have won. You got Doc Rivers, the coach. You got James Harden, and you got Joel Embiid. Woo! I think that would have been better than Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. But, hey, instead, now you're stuck with the same old gimmick. So we'll see. I just don't think the long haul that has enough. Now, granted, they were one bounce of a basketball away when Kawhi Leonard won the championship with Toronto. So maybe it can work and we're just tripping. Who knows? The next 2 teams I'm going to talk about involves the same kind of people that they could add to be great. I think the Milwaukee Bucks, they probably going to win the regular season like they keep doing, but they never can get over the hump because who is it? You added Drew Holiday. Whoop-dee-wow. Drew Holiday and Giannis. That's not enough. It's not enough. But I'll tell you, if somebody else went there by the name of Kyrie Irving, because isolation is what he can do. Giannis don't need the ball all the time right there. He can make plays. Giannis and Kyrie together, I think that's exactly what he needs. Exactly what he needs. If he can't pull that off, you need to go try to get Bradley Beal. You get that 2 guard that can make plays by itself. I think Bradley Beal is one of the 2 people that's most important before the trade deadline for the whole NBA. I'm going to go through a whole bunch of teams that if he goes to them, can make them the favorite to win the championship. And Milwaukee's the first team that we're going to talk about. The second team we're going to talk about is the Miami Heat, who was just in the finals. Don't let us forget. They was in the finals. If they could add a Bradley Beal to that squad with Bam, Jimmy Buckets, and the two young boys, woo! But even other than that, for the Heat, Victor Oladipo, he does not want to be there. He don't want to be in Houston. He wants to be a free agent to get his money, which he will be next year. If you tell him, hey, Miami Heat's going to get you. You're going to play with Jimmy Buckets, the two young boys that bang, and Bam, with Victor Oladipo who can slash with those two shooters, and Jimmy and Bam, I think the Miami Heat's the perfect fit for Victor Oladipo. So it's interesting to see where Bradley Beal and Victor Oladipo, which I think both will get traded. Victor again will get traded. And where they go. Would I love one of them to be with my squad? Yes, I would. And you know who I want for my squad? I want Bradley Beal. You give us a pure knockdown shooter that can do all kinds of things. Bam. That's all we need right there. I mean, Oladipo is cool too, but I feel like we got slashers and we got things. We got LeBron and Anthony Davis that can slash and do all these things. We good. We just need that pop-up shooter. You give us Bradley Beal, we will beat those Nets. And I love to see that in the finals too. I love to see it. The Clippers. What do Clippers need? I know they can't get him because he just got traded to Phoenix. But I think if they would have Chris Paul come back to run with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George and bring that nastiness to him that he does with a chance to win a championship, I think that's the perfect fit. Chris Paul back with the LA Clippers without Doc Rivers. And with those two superstars, I think that'd be the one. But I don't think they can get him back from, they just traded him to Phoenix. So I think that's a miss, but I think that would have been the perfect fit. And then my last sleeper team, what they can do, the same two people, Bradley Beal, Victor Oladipo, the Dallas Mavericks. You got Luka, you got Chris Stapps, you got Tim Hardaway Jr. You add a slasher like Victor Oladipo, I think that's huge for their squad. You add a knockdown shooter like Bradley Beal, boom. You put Tim Hardaway Jr. at the 3 and put Bradley Beal at the 2. Chris Stapps at the 4 or 5, boom. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with all these. Well, before the trade deadline happens, can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see these playoff games. They already start right now. So I'm going to hop off here. Thank y'all for watching on my YouTube channel and on my very first podcast on Spotify. Thank y'all. Tune in, subscribe, like, spread the love. Let's get it on. I want to get some more debating coming on. I need more comments. Thank y'all. Rellism Sports Talk. Let's go.